Okay, we're back with part two of this. And so we left off at talking about red eyes. We were getting through some of the people. I don't want to make this a repeat of the video I've already made. That has like a lot of more details in it. But stopping here on red eyes because someone Stubblefield, I'm probably getting your name wrong. Brian said something about red ice. It's like, okay. Well, yeah, like red ice is like not legit because they're the ones telling you to go back to these people. Like all these other people who are lying to you, who know too much but are saying too little. That's who they have on their show, every single one of them. It's like if they had a bunch of, I mean, they do have a bunch of Jews on their show. They have Richard Spencer on their show. He's a Jew. He's obviously a Jew. Look at him. He looks like Trump. He looks like a Jew I know. And he's got that rat face to him. He's got that look that he's about to rob you. And the Gargamel look. He's got the Gargamel look. He's probably, what, in his 20s? And he's already almost bald. He's going to have the full Gargamel look in about 10 years. He's going to have a complete Gargamel look. But he's already got the mischief rat face. Like, I'm gonna get you. He's like, Nazi, yeah. Because when you watch any videos of Hitler, and Hitler's like, and his little henchman like, no, they never did that. When they smiled, they're like, yay. They look like clearly happy. They're like, we just guessed. No, not that they really did that, because it obviously wouldn't be a problem if that was true. So I mean, obviously, if you believe in the Bible says nothing's changed, and if the modern day Nazis are the Jews, then the old day Nazis are the Jews, and it's obvious these people handed off Israel to them. But, let's get off topic. The people who know too much, saying too little. Red Ice, they were like I was talking about how they were the last people to, really come from the alt-right deception. The alt-right deception is dead. Like the alt-right was faded out. Like all you people stuck in the alt-right, you're stuck in the past now. 2 generations off. They had to move it that fast. The alt-right came out, and now there's a new wave of people who are like fake. Like they're trying to regurgitate the trutherism, and these are truthers and Jew-aware people, but to call them people is a little off because it's them again. In many cases, I'm quite sure I can link you, not link you, but I can link them, to the characteristics that these people choose to take on. The looks, even not all of them, but you can tell when the new people are regurgitating the old truther stuff, which is an old dead movement. They killed that. That was a long time. That was 2010, 2012 that the truthers became irrelevant. I mean, even one of the biggest truther channels out there, Deke Jackson, in his 9/11 musical, one of his songs is about the world moved on without ya. The truth don't count. And that's exactly what it is the alt-righters are stuck. They're the truthers after libertarians. See, and then the libertarians came up pretty fast, and then they came up. But again, I'm talking about the overview again, and I was actually left off. Sorry, this was yesterday, and battery died, so I didn't even get to finish. And plus I had to review the video because it's on the camera that's messing up, and who knows, I keep listening to it and sometimes it's messed up and sometimes it's not, so I don't know. You guys tell me. Was that last video? I mean, yeah, the video I played a guitar had horrible sound, but it wasn't left, right, it was actually right. And then the one before that the audio was messed up on that, right? It was like popping in and out. See, it's weird because on my device, when I'm listening to it, sometimes, like on this new first half of this video, I accidentally recorded it on my brand new device, which has been working forever, and I've been making all these videos on. You know, for a couple months, it's been brand new, and sounds fucking fine to me half the time. I don't know, just everything's messing up. It's so fucking weird. So fucking weird. YouTube, I uploaded today, and YouTube like didn't notify me right away. In fact, it didn't show anything. It didn't show any pending. It didn't show any copyright strikes. It didn't show nothing. And so after the hour and a half of uploading that, I uploaded again, and then an hour and a half of uploading, you know, and I gave it a break, and then an hour and a half of uploading the new one, I still looked, and it's like, wow, neither videos are showing. And then it's like, and then it like rejected the second video, and it's like the first video is already uploaded. So now they're holding my videos. Now they're not just holding my videos; they're holding the account. I always use my history to look at like drum charts. Like I wake up in the morning, I want to, you know, get some, you know, get my cardio in and get some drums, get on the drums. And so I just go to my history and I look at what drum charts, you know, different Brian, or, you know, some of the other guys making drum charts uploaded. And I swear half the stuff I was ranting on last night was not there. And the drum chart I watched was not there. But it was obviously, I saved it to my drum charts playlist and my MVTD playlist, and it was there, so I got it from there. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. That's a whole nother video. We start talking about these weird things that are happening around me, electronics on the internet. It's been a long while. I've already made that video, and it sounded real off because I was just so tired. Didn't take any sleeping meds, didn't get any freaking sleep, and I was freaking way out of it. And it just sounds like a rant. It sounds like a waste. I don't want to complain about what these people do, and I don't want to brag, let them, you know, I don't want to tell them what they're doing. I don't want to confirm to them that they're fucking getting shit done, and they're pissing me off if they're in control of everything being fucked up. And they are in control of YouTube, so you can't even deny that. You can only deny the other stuff you want to, about why all my electronics are messing up. But I'm getting off topic here. Back to the red eyes, you know. Hopefully those videos are working, and hopefully the first half of this video is working. I'm recording this on another device, and hopefully these videos work, because we know something's up if this thing stops working right. All right. I mean, I've had so many failures. I didn't even upload the video about the rants. Just trust me. The stuff around me, cars, electronics, things are failing. I've been seeing this for about 10 years, since I started into this. For a while, I would touch light bulbs, and they would all break and stuff. And it got to the point where I had to install certain fixtures. Like right now, the light that's on is a fixture. I'm not using the fixture that's built in the house. Out there, the fixtures built in the house, not using those anymore. Because I touch them and they break, not just the bulbs, but the outlets, or maybe they were already broken before magic hands touched them. And it's, man, I'm telling you, this is a whole nother video. I forgot about that rant. I mean, that rant about shit that's been going fucked up for 10 years. I could have went on for hours and hours. It's just so much bullshit. But everyone around me is like, yeah, man, man, the TV didn't tell me that happened to man. Man, it didn't happen, man. Man, you just so high. It's like, dude, I'm fucking high all the time. When's the last time you fucking called me stupid? Because you don't even know I'm fucking high. People fucking talk to me all the time. They don't know I'm fucking high. They're like, man, some people, it's like, you on amphetamine? It's like, nah, motherfucker, I'm on 210 milligrams caffeine. You know what I'm saying? Right now, what am I on? Well, I'm probably coming down from caffeine, you know? Like, and I'm still up. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's me. That's why, like, when I do get high, when I do get some weed, you can't fucking tell. Because I'm not like, oh, man, you're making it up, man. The TV didn't tell me about the man. You know? Fucking, see, there I'm way off topic, though. Fucking, I mean, it's hard, though, because I'm, you know, trying to go with this video, the second half, and the first half is clearly sounding fucked up to me at the time. Let me know if that other video, no one ever comments when I say let me know. Let me know if not the last fight video, not the last guitar video, but the one before it, where the Libertarian section, 3 parts, it sounded fucked up every time I listened to it. I was getting like weird audio glitches, but on this new, but I re-record on the phone accidentally, and I don't hear it every time I listen to it. It's like, what, are they fucking with my ears? I mean, yeah, I already fucked with one of my ears, so who knows? I mean, this is a whole nother video. We're way off topic, but I mean, this shit gets in the way. So it just gets in the way of the thought process. We're back to the people who know too much saying too little. Now, Red Ice is not exactly one of these people who know too much. Well, they do know too much saying too little. Okay, they do. I was about to give him a free pass. You know, you know so much at one point, you start to forget. It's serious. I mean, I forget most of my early life, and it's not because I'm a pothead, man. It's not because I'm a pothead, because all the speed and shit, and all the Adderall and Ritalin they gave me surely counteracted whatever pot does to idiots. Plus, there's like over 28 known psychoactive components fucking in the weed, and they all mix together differently. And you have upper weed, you have downer weed, you have everything between. It's just like kratom. It's probably just like other opiates as well. But the government, and it's just like alcohol. Every alcohol is different. You ever notice your friends' whiskey and all that? Each one makes them act differently. Whichever one they prefer, they act differently when they're drunk. And some people just can't handle their alcohol, and they shouldn't go fucking near it. Which is probably everyone. But so it's not just I'm a pothead and I'm forgetting this. It's because I got so much shit going on. It's so hard, you know, recalling all this at once. And if I did write it all down, I'd be writing you a book every freaking video. And it'd be like a long-ass video, and then I'd have to edit like 10 freaking 35-minute sections together, like I have to on videos I have unreleased, where I am documenting the small sexist stuff, and it leads to 2-hour and 45-minute long documentaries, basically. Or instructional videos. Documentaries would be a little more well published than me just standing in front of a blackboard or a screen and, you know, showing what's going on. But anyways, we're back to those who know too much saying too little. And when Red Ice does this, Red Ice brings on all these people who are these other people. Okay? They're the fallout. They're the next wave from the truthers to the libertarians to the alt-right. And Red Ice brings on people from all 3 of those levels. They brought on Stefan Molyneux, who's actually from the truther era, but he wasn't made famous, he wasn't pushed to the forefront until the libertarian era, because he was not part of the truther. He tells you, you know, the government's great, they're not killing anyone, you know. They're not. 9/11 had no involvement. 9/11 was done by Arabs and box cutters because they hate America, because you're free. You're so free, but then at the same time, you're not free. That's why you got to listen to my channel and donate. Make shekel bombs for me. So Red Ice, I mean, once Red Ice brings on Stefan Molyneux, they're discredited. He's a Jewish. I just explained in the first part. See, like, my memory ain't that fucked up. It's just fucking so much shit in it. I remembered what I did yesterday in the video without even fucking watching it. I'm not going to watch the video other than to check for the audio quality, which I already did for a few seconds. And it's like, maybe it's in my head. Who fucking knows anymore? Because this shit, well, I mean, what they're doing is making me crazy. They are fucking with me. They are fucking my shit. They've at least canceled my accounts over and over and over. And it does fuck with me. And it does make me off kilter, and it does make me aggressive. It makes me amped up, excited. But they're bringing on Stefan Molyneux. You're the Jewish. I'm not the Jewish. My mom's a Jew. Oh, but I'm not Jewish. Oh, you caught me. I'm not Jewish. Oh, you caught me. Oh, I am Jewish. I'm the Jewish Nazi leader, though, Stefan Molyneux. No. The Red Ice is bringing on all those people. They brought on England. No one knows who the fuck England is. Let me tell you. Scott Roberts supposedly had some phone interview with him or whatever, you know, communication. And that's That's the only reason I question Scott Roberts is because he had communications with this dude who's obviously a show. But at the same time, Scott Roberts is the one who awoke people to the fact they should be start watching out for England, because I was kind of like into him. I mean, I was very skeptical because it was the fishiest of the fishy. But he was the one who was like, no, dude, he banned me. And I was like, what? Dude, he banned you? Like, I'm on there telling him to go fuck himself and shit, and he doesn't ban me, you know? Not necessarily him. I was telling him, you know, all the fake Nazis, all the fake bot commenters he has on his page, all the Mossad's agents. I was telling them to fuck off, and he didn't do nothing. And I was like, oh, you guys are fucking stupid with the Trump shit and all this stuff. I was like, his fucking family's Jews. But then Scott Roberts said he got banned. And I was like, dude, what do you do to get banned? Like, you're like so polite and cordial fucking to people. I know he's got troll accounts. Maybe he was on his troll accounts, but I don't think it was. I think he was saying he's on his main account. And I was like, they banned his main account? And I was like, fuck England. And I was like, there's no fucking reason to ban Scott Roberts, because the only thing he's doing is asking questions, and you're fucking getting scared of it. Now, when you act like an idiot like me, the question can get through. Like, that makes the question look bad when an idiot like me posts it, but it still gets the question through, doesn't it? It still gets the question through. If I make Nazis look bad, the question gets posted to glamorize how evil Nazis are. I've tried to bait them so much with that. They don't always fall for it. In fact, they really do. It's really cool. And the Jew Spencer, not the blonde Jew, but the dark-haired Spencer on mainstream TV, he wrote about me on his website as well, and probably more than once, probably videos. I know it's really cool. Did a few times. I mean, and people on Facebook were telling me when I went back there, so I knew some of it. And then the other dude, fucking Spencer, like responded to me directly, and I was just like, "Fuck you, get the gas chamber." Basically, that's what I said first. Fucking, so I just said it again, whatever, something along those lines. But Red Ice has these fucking same people on, and they're lying to you. You know, England, Spencer. I mean, the whole crew. They probably have Ramsey, Paul. But if you can't tell it's a Jew by looking at him, you have no idea what's going on. You don't know what a Jew is. He's obviously a Jew, and he hid it for years. I mean, if I get into this, I'm going into the other long detailed video, and I'd like to keep this shorter, and it's already so freaking long. So Red Ice has on those people. I mean, if I would take time to detail 4 generations, it would take like 8 hours to detail them, but then probably like an extra 12 to link them all together. And so that's why the 2 hour and 45-minute long video I have is just detailing the brand new wave of, well, I guess that's kind of the new old. It's like the alt-light, and they're the old ones. Now there's like some Jew-aware wave of Jews, whose bottom line will be, of course, to tell you to worship Jews at the end of the day, as it is every day. So Red Ice will have all these people on. These people who are already exposed as shills and liars. I mean, they come from the freaking Alex Jones era. Freaking England they have on. He led his whole troll army to attack Alex Jones over and over and over. But when it came time, him and Alex Jones turned to the same side, and he started worshiping Alex Jones. He's like, Alex Jones became a white man today. He started helping the white race by electing the Trumpums. Oh, the Trumpums is so good. I like his Jewish daughter looks really good because she got them plastic titties. And she got her Jew nose removed, and she dyed that Jew hair, and she used a straightener to straighten that mop top out. Shit. Actually, I don't think she used a straightener, but Chelsea Clinton does. And same story there, both of them. And I mean, just everything about England. I could go into hours on England, but I don't want to focus on these idiots. I guess maybe I should, because no one else has the balls to call them out and say anything truthful, you know? I guess Chris Dorsey called out Yawn. That was an interesting video. And I'm not sure how much how good both sides are, but I understand that when you get in an argument, you go the fuck off. But Jan definitely lost, and he was definitely been triggered by me and others, and he thought we were being sent by Chris Dorsey. It's like, no, dude, YouTube sends us to you, and we figure out right away if YouTube sends us to you that you're one of them. So he has on Anglin. I mean, he's just so discredited. I could go over that over and over and over and over, and I think I have in the video I have posted. I surely have in the video I have not posted yet, but I surely have at many other websites. So I can't even remember who all Red Ice has on, because it's been like 2 years since you gave up smoking their crack. Everyone who's part of the, I mean, no one's part of the alt-right anymore. It's old, it's dead. The alt-right is 2014, 2015, 2016. And it died once Trump was elected, because then they introduced a new wave of people who exposed Trump, because Trump was already in office. It doesn't matter. They got, it doesn't matter. The stupid alt-righters who didn't care to educate themselves in 2014, if you're from 2014, you were fooled. And if you're a new alt-righter, then you're like stuck. You're like a new hippie. Like a hippie isn't new, dude. Like when I went to school in the 90s, the hippies, the women thought they were hippies. It's like, dude, you're not a hippie. They died. They're dead. It's long gone. You're sitting in public school taking tests. Hippies went the fuck outside. They fucking had sex and did drugs. They didn't go to school. They skipped school. At least they did that, right? They got that far in what they should do in life. But they're dead. And the alt-right is long dead. The alt-right was taken over by the alt-light, and the alt-light is being exposed, so they're already bringing up a third wave. I wouldn't say a third wave, it's like a 3000s wave. It's an ongoing system that's been going on for years, decades, centuries, millennia. Who knows how long it's been going on, but we can prove it's been going on for at least a decade. And then you actually look into the past and the videos of manipulation, pre-Ron Paul type manipulation. There's candidates like Juran Paul in the past, and they did a VHS tape on him, and they showed where they he was censored and not shown by the media. It wasn't new, Ron Paul being censored like that. That's old news, okay? They've been doing this since like radio came out, since TV came out. Every time a new media comes out, they have to create a new deception. And it seems right now we've got them on every 2 years. They're putting out a new deception, but that deception is like laying in the wait. How many years before? Years before. Stefan Molyneux was laying in the wait back in the truther era, and maybe before, to be popped out and put in the libertarian era, which was a real short era. It was like a 2 to 4 year era. And then look at Richard Spencer, and then look at the alt-right Gottfried. It was he's been working with Amren since the 80s, the 90s. The alt-right was made, and they started fostering it 10, 20 years ago. And, the pre-alt-right were just more of the same. David Duke and all these. They're not. Red Ice knows this. Red Ice knows. There's tons of people. No, I wouldn't say there's tons of people. Alex Jones channel is a place to go to see where there's tons of people who are aware. There's no one there who's not aware Alex Jones is a shill. It's like all his viewers are aware he's not a fucking shill. Go to Ron Gibson channel, which is an alt-right, which is an alternative Alex Jones channel, which is probably actually ran by Alex Jones. I'm assuming he has 8 channels of his own, and Ron Gibson is the one that YouTube wants you to go to. So go there, or go to the Alex Jones show during the live chat, and see what you say, and there'll be 50% of the people talking will be he's a Mossad agent and stuff like that. It's saying alt-right terms mostly Anglin Overflow, people he trained to go do that, or bots that they trained to go do that, and they cost a couple pennies a year to keep a bot operating. And then no one's like, oh, but Alex Jones is such a good person. You're a hater. No. Now, Red Ice, this started a few years ago. People started being like, nah, dude, you're bringing on Jews. Like, you're deceptive as fuck. And they're pandering to like a European crowd too. So they really have nothing to do with America. So they have nothing to do with the alt-right, which is an American thing invented by the Jew Gottfried and taken over by the American Trumper Nazis. And so what Red Ice has on there is just more of the same thing that everyone else is offering. Are they having a video about Jews here and there? Sure. Are they mentioning the Jew? Sure. But what you do is you go to the channel and you look at the comments. What do the people say? If the majority of people are idiot alt-righters, then the channel is an alt-right channel. And they don't deny they're an alt-right channel. And that's because they don't deny they worship the Jew Gottfried and his alt-right invention. Okay, just like the libertarians are going to claim they want liberty and all this. They don't deny they're a Jew following the Jew Ayn Rand in the Jewish libertarian cause, which I just fucking laid out another time in a video I just released, which is like hardly the first time I've released all that information, and hardly in depth. I mean, I could just go into it further. I didn't even include Ron Paul. I mean, we could spend forever talking about that, but like I said, it's just harder to call out Ron Paul than the rest of them. They try to make their face puppets harder to call out. But you look at Red Ice, and they're having on all these same exact people. And in my other video, unreleased, which I'll probably release at some point, you'll see I'm talking about the new the new wave of alt-right. And they that's all like the people Red Ice is linking you to, or are in the sidebar, who you should go to. Google tells us to go to those people when you're at the Red Ice page. So Red Ice isn't important because it's not American. They're not pandering to American audience. Are they? Like, I think the one is, but you can tell like they're talking about all this Nordic shit and Thor and paganism and our pagan roots. I mean, serious. They're not pandering to Americans. They're acting. Actually, I think they are pandering to Americans, but they're acting like they're some sort of European people who are enlightened, which that wouldn't be the first group. There's at least 5 of these people out here I can name who are telling you they're enlightened and you need to come to them because their God's the real God. And, you know, you gotta obey their God, not your faggot God. Your God's the fake God. The other 10 million gods in the planet are fake. But we know mine's real because, ooh, they made a comic book out of them. Ooh, you know that's true. The Holy Marvel comic book. They even made movies about this guy. How many movies they make about Jesus? Who cares? They made a really good one recently about Thor, right? It's the best. It really is good, unfortunately. So you have a lot of people believing in that. I mean, what is alt-right Red Ice selling besides the Jewish Gottfried invented alt-right? It's like, you know what? They're alt-right. That's the problem. How is the Red Ice not being true to alt-right? They are. It's the Jews. The alt-right is the Jews. It's Gottfried. And in my other video, I actually do start with Gottfried, and then mainly go through Alex Jones and Anglin, and then go on to the alt-right. The main focus is alt-right, but I start with a preface, because apparently, you know, not everyone knows all this stuff. I mean, I kind of started the channel to just nail down stuff as it comes out, because that's what's important. If you're not paying attention to what they're doing now, you're stuck in a paradigm of the past. If you're stuck in the libertarians, you're stuck in the past. If you're stuck in the truthers, you're stuck in the past. And if you're stuck in the alt-right, you're stuck in the past. If you're stuck in the alt-right, you're now about to be stuck in the past. If you're stuck in the hippie era, you're stuck in the past. If you're stuck in the 1920s, you're stuck in the past. If you're stuck in the Hitler era, you're stuck in the past. If you're stuck in the 1800s, you're stuck in the past. If you're stuck in the time when Thor walked the earth and shit, you're not. I've never even heard a pagan claim Thor was real and walked the earth. But pretty much. I mean, they don't even talk about where it comes from. That's how spiritual that shit is. You don't even talk about it ever existing in reality. But they are the red ice. I didn't mean to go so deep into them, but Brian brought them up. I mean, they know more than they're saying. They know their leader comes from the Jew Godfrey. We've been on their page telling them this. Just like Mordecai. I'm saying Miracle because that's that drug off era. Mordecai and the Daily Shoah. I was saying all along, and several other people are like, this dude is acting Jewy, and I'm like, well, I don't know if he's acting Jewy, but he sounds like a fucking Jew. And then, eventually you find out that one dude who they're linked into is a Jew, and he brags his wife's a Jew, and he looks like a Jew, like a Nog, right? And then I'm just like, I mean, this dude clearly has more behind him because there's like someone making musical video parodies, and it's not that easy. It takes about a month to make a professional music video. When I make my music videos for you, I allow a few mistakes because I can do that in like a couple hours. I can just do 8 to 30 playthroughs in maybe. I mean, a lot of times I throw them all out, but that's how hard it is, right? So when you do these parodies, maybe it's easier to edit together when you're not doing like a live performance, but they put a lot more work into that than they think. And for a while, like he was crediting other people with it, but then one time I asked, and eventually he was like this and that, or he came out before I asked, but I know I was starting to ask, like, where the hell is this shit coming from? But I was just like, this dude sounds way too Jewy, and he's got way too high of production value to be a nobody, which is something to watch out for. If you have way too high of a production value, dude, I've got a whole bunch of shit. I've got a whole bunch of props. I could, I don't have like a super, super high-end camera, but you really can't tell when I'm recording on, this device right here, which is normally what I'm on. And this one might not be so bad. It's never accurate, so what I'm looking at right now, it looks all dark and dingy, but the contrast is never accurately portrayed on these devices, so I think it's a little bit lighter and it could look good. But this other one definitely, that's a good production value, but an actual full production is really, really hard to put on. I mean, look at Alex Jones. Like, he had like no money forever, but he was like a radio show. So he was like a real person. He wasn't some idiot on YouTube, with a few 100,000 followers who makes 10 cents a day. Real production value. Red Ice has huge